I was the most privileged heiress of the city's elite. Caleb Thorne, on the other hand, was the poor student I'd supported for 3 years. He hated my overbearing nature, my unbearably entitled ways, yet he was powerless to escape. Until later, when he got into a top-tier university in the US for his PhD, stepping onto the highest award platform. I wired him a final, staggering sum, then turned around and announced my engagement. Before the wedding, I saw a news report where a reporter interviewed Caleb. At this moment, what do you most want to say? Caleb looked at the camera, his voice calm and cold. I won't be returning to this city. And, I wish her a happy marriage. He truly had never loved me. It was only today that I was forced to admit it. When Caleb pushed open the private lounge door, the man beside me was eagerly offering me a sip of his drink. The moment he appeared, the lounge went silent. The man feeding me wine looked a bit flustered, trying to set down his glass, but I pressed down on his hand. The cool liquid slid down my throat, and I squinted, a little hazy, before finally looking towards the door. Caleb was still in his white shirt and black trousers, a backpack slung over one shoulder, an academic vibe clinging to him. What was different from usual, though, was his expression. His eyes were frigid, carrying a world-weary detachment. His lips were tightly pressed, forming a thin line. Blair Harrison. He called my name softly. No warmth, no emotional rise or fall. Yet, for some reason, I felt a flicker of fear. I had been slumped softly on the couch, but now I unconsciously straightened up a little, and instinctively closed my legs, tugging at my skirt. Caleb Thorne, congrats. A PhD from a top 1 university in the US. You've really shot to stardom, haven't you? Yeah, Caleb, remember 3 years ago when we first met? You were so broke you couldn't even afford a decent meal. After only 3 years under my wing, people would think you're some rich heir now, wouldn't they? The words were unpleasant, almost grating. This crowd had never dared to speak like this before, because I fiercely protected those close to me. The last guy who dared to trash talk him when drunk, he hasn't set foot back in the city since. But tonight was different. Caleb had clearly fallen out of favor. I didn't want him anymore. Those who'd always looked down on him naturally seized the chance to kick him while he was down, but Caleb seemed not to hear them at all. He walked through the crowd with a blank expression, heading straight for me.